I'm Trev number one artist on Solana. Anything else is just fake news, baby. I want to show you the process of how I put an Atomic Trash collectible together. A lot of work goes into it. I'm essentially creating two different collectibles and putting them together. Firstly, I have to start with the movie cover itself. With this particular one, it's Truck Stop Succubus. So this is my homage to 80s sleazecore horror movies. I have to start with the VHS cover itself. That's where I begin, and I do the front, the spine, and the back. And this is the physical collectible. This is the cover that will be on the case of the VHS. This is a whole process within itself, making sure it's the most compelling composition, layout, color choices, etc. That looks like the kind of VHS cover you'd pick up in your old video store and think to yourself, man, I really want to rent this movie. It looks like a good time. I moved to Blender, where I've created this 3D version of a VHS case. What I'm able to do is to take the cover and wrap it around that model, so we have the cover now existing in a 3D space. While I'm doing this, I've also sent those files to my physical printers, who are now making the VHS covers, as well as the tapes, the stickers, the labels, and everything that's going to be physical. I mess around with the lighting, how I like it to rotate, how I want the reflections to look, how realistic I want it to look. When I'm happy with the results, I will export this animation and I will bring it into Procreate Dreams. So I create an environment which is an entire second piece that the tape is going to live in. This is for the digital collectible. When I'm finished, I'll bring in the animation from Blender, but I also want to hand animate some extra elements like some billowing cigarette smoke, some flickering TV screens, and the quintessential 90s screensaver. Once I'm happy that there's an ambience to the piece and it looks visually interesting, a final pass will happen in Photoshop before I mint it to the blockchain. Once the physical tapes come back, I inspect them to make sure I'm happy with the results and that they perfectly mirror the digital animation that you see on screen. I add some extra stickers to give each tape an individual flair, some NFC tags so they're directly connected to their counterpart collectibles on the blockchain, and I pack them up with some extra stickers, postcards, and enamel pins before sending them off to my very lovely collectors. That is a snapshot of the work that goes into creating each and every Atomic Trash collectible. It's not easy, it takes a long time, but it's worth it. And this is only phase one. Next, we'll move on to animation.